Hello, today we'll be talking about Drowzee. Its previous PYC dates are June 1st, 1996, March 23rd, 1999, January 11th, 2002, November 1st, 2004, August 23rd, 2007, June 13th, 2010, April 3rd, 2013, January 23rd, 2016, November 13th, 2018, and September 3rd, 2021. I like that Drowzee is based on a tapir, an animal I don't think that would be most people's first pick to base a Pokémon on. Let's get into the Bulbapedia article. Hello and welcome to the Bulbapedia section of the video. Today we'll be talking about Drowzee, the Hypnosis Pokemon, whose number is 0096. This is what it looks like. Its type is Psychic. Ability is Insomnia or Forewarn in Gen 4+. Inner Focus is its Sin ability. Gender ratio is 50-50. Catch rate 190 or 35.2%. Breeding is Egg Group Human-like. Hatch time 20 cycles. Height is 3'3" or 1 meter. Weight is 71.4 pounds or 32.4 kilograms. Base experience yield is 102 in the first 4 gens and 66 in 5+. Leveling rate is medium fast. EV yield is 1 and special defense. Shape is that. Footprint is that. Pokedex color is yellow and base friendship is 70. Drowzee is a psychic type Pokemon introduced in Gen 1. It evolves into Hypno starting at level 26. Biology, Drowzee is a bipedal Pokemon that resembles a tapir. It has tired-looking eyes, a short trunk above its mouth, and triangular ears with brown interiors. The upper half of Drowzee's body is yellow and the lower half is brown. A wavy line separates the two halves. It has a round belly and short legs. Its feet are brown except for its 2 toes, which are yellow. The bottom of each foot has a small round pink pad in the middle of it. There are 3 fingers on each of its hands. Drowzee is believed to have a common ancestor with Munna and Musharna. Drowzee is able to put people to sleep and can then sense the person's dreams. This is so it knows what kind of dream it would be eating. It has certain preferences for the dreams it eats, and it is known to love fun dreams and become ill from bad dreams. It will rarely eat the dreams of adults, as the dreams of children are seemingly tastier. Drowzee remembers every dream it has eaten and may show past meals to a person it trusts. It eats dreams through the victim's nose, so it is said that Drowzee is standing over a person's pillow if their nose itches while they are asleep. Drowzee lives in grasslands and savannas. Evolution, Drowzee evolves into Hypno, so you got here, Drowzee, Hypno. Game data, NPC appearances in Pokemon Ranger. After the credits, a man calling himself Drowzee Guy stands in the Foray Temple with 2 Drowzee. His Drowzee allow the player to re-experience the events of the end of the game. That's clever. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Explorers of Time, Explorers of Darkness. Drowzee is a resident of Treasure Town who takes Azurill hostage and makes him get treasure for him. The player's team saves Azurill and gets Drowzee arrested. Later, when Azurill cannot wake up from a nightmare, the player's team looks for Drowzee's help. He sends the player's team to Azurill's dream to find out the problem. Wow. Man, I hope I get to play this game at some point. These games seem fun. Pokedex entries in Gen 1 in red and blue. Puts enemies to sleep, then eats their dreams. Occasionally gets sick from eating bad dreams. If you sleep by it all the time, it will sometimes show you dreams it has eaten in the past. Stadium, it puts its enemy to sleep and eats the victim's dreams. Said to have descended from the legendary beast Baku. Generation 2 in gold. If you think that you had a good dream but you can't remember it, a Drowzee has probably eaten it. Silver, it remembers every dream it eats. It rarely eats the dreams of adults because children's are much tastier. Crystal, when it twitches its nose, it can tell where someone is sleeping and what that person is dreaming about. Stadium 2 is golds. Gen 3, Ruby and Sapphire. If your nose becomes itchy while you are sleeping, it's a sure sign that one of these Pokemon is standing above your pillow and trying to eat your dream through your nostrils. Emerald, if your nose becomes itchy while you are asleep, it's a sure sign that a Drowzee is standing above your pillow and trying to eat your dream through your nostrils. Fire Red, a descendant of the legendary animal Baku, which is said to eat dreams. It is skilled at hypnotism. So Leaf Greens is basically red and blues again, but they added a comma between sleep and then. In Gen 4, Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, it can tell what people are dreaming by sniffing with its big nose. It loves fun dreams. Heart Gold and Soul Silver, their gold and silver counterparts. The Gen 5 Pokedex entries are Diamond, Pearl, and Platinums. In Gen 6, X is Leaf Greens. Y's is the gold entry. Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire are their Ruby and Sapphire counterpart. In Gen 7 and Sun, a Pokemon that nourishes itself by eating dreams. It is thought to share common ancestry with Munna and Musharna. Boon, it finds really fun dreams tasty. When it makes friends with people, it may show them the most delicious dreams it's ever eaten. Ultra Sun, it can be spotted near recreation Facilities, intending to eat the pleasant dreams of children who enjoyed themselves there that day. Oh. In Ultra Moon, it puts its prey to sleep and devours their dreams. It seems that bad dreams taste sour, so Drowzee doesn't particularly like eating them. The Let's Go games are Yellow's entry. The Gen 8 Pokedex entry is its Diamond and Pearl counterpart. Gen 9, Scarlet's is the Silver entries. Violet's is Crystal's entry. Here, we've got Drowzee in the Alola Pokedex, and Drowzee in the Paldea Pokedex, so sniffing out probably dreams, I'm sure. It's kind of cool looking. I like the texture. It's, obviously at night, because that's when most people are sleeping. Okay, game locations, side game locations, events, held items. Pokemon caught in Gen 1 must be traded to a Gen 2 game in order for a held item to appear. So in red, yellow, and blue, you get a berry 100% of the time. Stats, base stats. HP 60, attack 48, defense 45, special attack 43, special defense 90, speed 42, for a total of 328. This Pokemon special base stat in Gen 1 was 90. Pokéthon stats. Type effectiveness, damage normally by normal, flying, poison, ground, rock, steel, fire, water, grass, electric, ice, dragon, and fairy. Weak to bug, ghost, and dark for double. Immune to nothing, resistant to fighting, and psychic for half. Notes in Gen 1, the effectiveness of ghost-type moves is 0, so it went from 0 to double. Learn set by level up. 1 pound in Hypnosis, 5 Disable, 9 Confusion, 13 Headbutt, 17 Poison Gas, 21 Psybeam, 25 Psych Up, 29 Zen Headbutt, 33 Swagger, 37 Psychic, 41 Nasty Plot, 45 Psy Shock, and 49 Future Sight. By TM, you get 1 Takedown, 7 Protect, 12 Low Kick, 16 Psybeam, 18 Thief, 20 Trailblaze, 25 Facade, 32 Swift, 37 Draining Kiss, 39 Low Sweep, 41 Stored Power, 42 Nightshade, 43 Fling, 47 Endure, 49 Sunny Day, 50 Rain Dance, 54 Psyshock, 58 Brick Break, 59 Zen Headbutt, 62 Foul Play, 66 Body Slam, 67 Fire Punch, 68 Thunder Punch, 69 Ice Punch, 70 Sleep Talk, 73 Drain Punch, 74 Reflect, 75 Light Screen, 79 Dazzling Gleam, 80 Metronome, 81 Grass Knot, 82 Thunder Wave, 85 Rest, 87 Taunt, 92 Imprison, 98 Skill Swap, 103 Substitute, 109 Trick, 114 Shadow Ball, 120 Psychic, 122 Encore, 129 Calm Mind, 130 Helping Hand, 138 Psychic Terrain, 140 Nasty Plot, 158 Focus Blast, 161 Trick Room, 171 Terra Blast, 174 Haze, 175 Toxic, 181 Knockoff, 192 Focus Punch, 203 Psych Up, 204 Double Edge, 205 Endeavor, 217 Feature Sight, 218 Expanding Force, 224 Curse, 228 Psychic Noise. By breeding, this group gives you Fire Punch, this group gives you Flatter, the Mirror gives you Ground Swap and Power Split, this group gives you Ice Punch, this group gives you Psycho Cut, the Mirror Herb also gives you Roleplay, and this group gives you Thunder Punch. TCG only moves, you get Confuse Ray and Tackle on these cards. Side game data, got all this, okay. Pokemon Ranger in the browser entry. Drowzee loses psychic power from its hands to disrupt your capture attempts. In Shadows of Almia, it lets loose strange orbs from the palms of its hands to attack. That. Evolution data. Drowzee, level 26, Hypno. Sprites here, I remember these. Yes. So, yeah, it's pretty basic. You got a lot of the basic elements. It looks a little bit weird, the eyes, but otherwise. So we got 5 fingers here. Can't really tell there. 3 fingers now in yellow. It seems to stay with 3 fingers going forward. And they're more like claw-like, I guess. Yep. And so this is a lot lighter of a brown difference, but it's always kept in yellow, huh? This is, of course, not really working for that because of the bottom part. The ears, I guess the ears slightly change as time goes on. They become a little bit pointier, and, yep. The snout here it probably becomes to get more tapered. Toes. Oh, the bottom is all black here, like the toes. Then it becomes a different color. Then, of course, becomes full yellow in this one. Gold, you get the sort of more gold color, but the brown. Got purple as the shiny. That's interesting. Sort of a, I don't know, burgundy, I guess. That's interesting. So now, okay, you get the yellow again in Gen 3 with sort of the brown body. Here it's sort of lighter, it's sort of a pink with sting with the kind of the burgundy colored bottom half. That's interesting. Yep. The claws seem a little bit less, little less pointy, I guess. The ears are more on the sides of the head rather than at the top. That kind of brings him back sort of closer to the top here, the ears, and fire red and leaf green. And they're like pointy, like that. They're that shape again. I guess they kind of change shape a little bit. Okay. Yeah, kind of closer to the top of the head. Guess that's kind of probably what they're going to keep. Yep, and yeah, they become more like hands still. Yep. That's still, yeah, basically the same. This might be a little bit different shade of pink. That's a little bit lighter, I think. Yep. Get the full back sprites here. Yeah, it's a little darker again, I think. Shiny. Yep, this might be a little bit lighter brown. Yeah, the ears probably change a little bit. Yep. Then we're back to sort of the darker brown when we get to the models here. And the more pointed ears. That's interesting. Sort of the lighter pink with the darker burgundy. Yep. So yeah, that doesn't really change much. We get to see. They look like, they're very creepy looking. Oh, the eyes. I didn't even think about talking about the eyes. So yeah, the eyes, the proper, you kind of see it in the yellow, but it really properly gets it in the gold. You can see kind of the small pupil in Gen 3 here. Yep. Pupil gets a little bit larger. I think it goes back to being kind of smaller again. Yep. The home. It's a little bit more of the slant, I guess. This is a different shade of brown. Probably a different shade of yellow as well. I wouldn't be surprised if these are also different shades. This is definitely lighter, but I don't know about the body. Anyway, in the anime, Drowzee in the anime. Yep, got all this. Pokédex entries for this first one. I've recorded for tomorrow's anime section, so I'll let Dexter read it.
Drowzee, said to be a descendant of the dream-eating tapir. It was the first Pokemon to use a combination attack like Hypnosis and Dream Eater.
In episode 86, in Ash's Pokédex, Drowzee, the hypnotic Pokemon, which should say Hypnosis Pokemon. It is said to feed on the dreams of its opponents. It is also known for its powerful psychic attack. In the manga here, so Drowzee in Pokemon Adventures. Looks like there's an execute in the background. Yep. In the TCG. Trivia, Drowzee's numbers in the Alola Pokedex, in Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, and the Paldea Pokedex are identical, 066 for the former and 66 for the latter. Despite being heavily associated with Dream Eater, Drowzee and its evolution, Hypno cannot learn the move by leveling up outside of Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. Notably, as the move is not an ATM, in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, Drowzee and Hypno cannot legally learn Dream Eater in these games despite both of them and the move itself being present. Origin, Drowzee is based on the Japanese myth of the Baku, creatures who eat bad dreams of sleeping people. Originally, they were composite animals, but later became tapirs, pig-like animals with small trunks from South America and South Asia. Drowzee's dual coloring makes it especially similar to the Malaysian tapir. Name origin, Drowzee may be a combination of drowsy and Z, onomatopoeia for snoring. Sleepy may be derived from sleep. In other languages, related articles, external links. Yeah, let's move on. Now let's watch Drowzee's first scene in the anime. Hello and welcome to the anime portion of the video. Today we are watching episode 27, Hypno's Nap Time. In this episode, Ash Ketchum, the main character, and his traveling companions Brock and Misty have come to Hop Town, along with Ash's faithful Pikachu. Here they have found out that a bunch of kids have gone missing, and with the help of Officer Jenny and his sleep wave detector, they've been able to track down this mansion on top of the skyscraper, and they're gonna bust into this party. You'll see it, yeah. So there's Ash and Brock. Ash, Brock. So a bunch of rich people. There's Hypno and Drowzee. There we go.
What is this place?
Misty, Officer Jenny. Okay.
Who's that?
Oh, okay. Well, that was Drowzee's first scene in the anime. Let's move on. Now let's talk about the TCG. I have one Drowzee card, which is the Sabrina's Drowzee card. It's the first of two Sabrina's Drowzee card designs as of May 2024. It was illustrated by Atsuko Nishida. I like how we see Drowzee doing a psychic move. It, maybe he, we'll get back to that later, has 50 HP. It's 3'3" and 71 pounds, which is 0.4 pounds less than Drowzee's weight in the official Pokédex. It has 2 moves, Suggestion and Headbutt. Suggestion is not a move from the video games. On this card, it uses 1 psychic energy. If the player wins a coin flip, the opponent Pokemon can't move on their next turn. I have already talked about Headbutt in the video game, so I'll just talk about it on this card. It takes 2 of any energy and hits for 20 damage. Sabrina's Drowzee is weak to Psychic. This is likely based on its weakness to Ghost type, which is Psychic in the TCG. It has no resistance, which is odd since in the games it's resistant to Fighting and Psychic, which it could have been on this card, although Psychic wouldn't have worked since it's already weak to it. It costs 1 of any energy for Sabrina's Drowzee to retreat. It doesn't have a description, but it does have an image of Sabrina's head next to the weakness, resistance, and retreat cost information. It looks to be a cropped version of the official artwork for Pokemon Yellow. This is particularly interesting since Sabrina never had a Drowzee in the video games, although in Pokemon Black and White she has a Hypno in the Kanto tournament, and in the Let's Go games, in the rematch she has a male Hypno, so one could argue this is the same Pokemon as the Hypno from those games and manga. This is particularly evident by there being a Sabrina's Hypno card, which you can put on top of this card. Sabrina's Drowzee is level 15. In the video games, it would be 11 levels from evolving into Hypno. Speaking of Hypno, I have 2 cards for Hypno, so we'll talk about them tomorrow. Now let's see why people love Drowzee. Now let's look at fan art. Hello and welcome to the fan art section of the video. Nobody sent in fan art, so instead we're looking at DeviantArt fan art. For those of you familiar with the series might be wondering why we're on this single image. That's because this is the only image we'll be doing today. So this is Drowzee by All0412. So you get this cool Drowzee looking like it's doing a move. It's got like this cool effect going on. That's pretty cool. Got all these. Yeah. Pretty cool, yeah. Let's move on. Thanks to everyone who submitted fan art. I won't be streaming tonight, so I need to wait until I've talked about Snorlax to catch a Drowzee. Tomorrow I'll be talking about Hypno. As always, this isn't my proper outfit. You'll see me tomorrow.